the allowable amount.
Cheyenne Ortiz has lived in the small rural town of Gila Bend her whole life.
I was born in Phoenix, but I was raised here.
And while she loves the close-knit community, she says job opportunities are few and far between.
It's very limited. There's not very much here. With my past jobs that I've had, I had to travel.
COB stands for.
So when Maricopa County offered free classes and a paid externship for medical coding, billing, and healthcare administration, Ortiz jumped at the opportunity.
We are currently in the middle of a pilot called Workforce to You, where we are taking occupational skills training programs out of the Phoenix metro area and offering in-person opportunities in rural communities throughout Maricopa County.
Who put out the CPT book?
The classes are twice a week for 10 to 12 weeks and normally would cost $20,000 per student. But with a grant from the governor's office, Maricopa County was able to foot the bill for all of these students.
All of their enrollments for both training courses are at capacity, and attendance, we're about 3-4 weeks into the program now and no one's dropped yet, and so people really seem excited about this opportunity, and we have a wait list.
The hope is that these Gila Bend residents will bring their skills back into the Gila Bend community and surrounding areas where medical billing, coding, and healthcare administration workers are needed, and also take advantage of remote opportunities.
I really love it. I actually want to go work out into the field. I hope that Maricopa County does bring more opportunity out here for this Gila Bend area.